Thank you, Meenakshi. Calling upon the Honorable Ingrid Moses Scatliff, Speaker of British Virgin Islands House of Assembly.
Madam Speaker, honorable members, mentors, clerks, and deputy clerks, youth parliamentarians, CPA personnel, good morning. It's an honor and privilege for me to have witnessed and participated, albeit for a small part, in this, the 8th Commonwealth Parliamentary Youth Parliament. It's a very exciting program, which I find both informative and engaging. To see youth parliamentarians from across the Commonwealth in this legislative assembly actively participating in Parliament and robust debates is an experience that I am very glad I was able to observe. You are a dynamic and inspiring group of young people with much to offer your respective communities, country, and Parliament. Kudos to all of you. To the Secretary General of the CPA and all of the support staff, this is an excellent program and one that can only benefit youth parliamentarians around the Commonwealth. I thank you for all that you do and continue to do to help advance the ideals of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. To Speaker Reid and the staff of the British Columbia Legislative Assembly, I extend a heartfelt thank you for your generous and kind hospitality in hosting this year's Youth Parliament and for setting the bar for us to follow. I will take all that we have learned and implement and tweak to ensure that the 9th CPA Youth Parliament is also a success. It would be remiss if I didn't thank our government and the governments of all of the Commonwealth countries represented here for their commitment and support to parliamentary democracy. It is a testament to them ensuring that requisite training takes place so that the youth, all of you, can make an easier transition to whatever role that you may decide to take up in your respective country or territory. The future is secure, and the evidence is right before us here today. We, and I'm speaking on behalf of the entire House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands, look forward to hosting the 9th Commonwealth Youth Parliament in nature's little secrets and furthering the commitment of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association and the various governments in ensuring that future generations are prepared to take up their leadership role. I thank you.
Calling upon Ria Vanterpool.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good morning, everyone. Guys, if it was up to me, I would talk about everything. The inspirational and educational sessions conducted by our mentors, who, from what I can tell, probably have their respective legislative assemblies on fire on a regular basis, are the absolutely thrilling debate sessions where points of order were very much the order of the day, are the introductions each day where we got to learn a little bit more about where we all come from. But unfortunately, time is limited. When reflecting, it's always rewarding for me to focus on one thing that truly fills my heart with gratitude. For me, it is that in the British Virgin Islands, we launched our youth parliament just last year. I am 28 years old. So I guess that makes me most grateful that the Commonwealth definition of youth is not that of Commonwealth land as outlined in the Youth Apprenticeship and Internship Act, or I would not be here. I do not take for granted the opportunity to represent my territory in this capacity. As I listen to the issues raised by fellow youth parliamentarians, from human rights violations to the neglect of aging populations, I was reminded of how different our life experiences are. Our diversity shows up not only in our parents or our culture, but also through issues facing our jurisdictions. It is apparent in our personalities, our interests, our abilities, and our weaknesses. When we truly celebrate all the ways that we are different, we can more fully appreciate how partnerships can bring about change. I will be the first to tell you that I am not very good at keeping in touch, but I urge all of us to take the friendships that we started cultivating here and turn them into partnerships to confront the issues facing our regions and our Commonwealth. I thank the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association for recognizing the importance of engaging young people meaningfully and for honoring that we can be contributors right now. Every issue is a youth issue because we live in these communities. We will not inherit them, as people love to tell us. They are already ours. We are the ones who will create the practical, innovative solutions that are needed to make our communities prosperous. Finally, thank you to everyone who played a part in carrying out this conference, especially to Madam Speaker Reid for her continued efforts to engage young persons across the Commonwealth. We leave today and we leave tomorrow, and I think we can all agree that this legislative chamber is going to miss us. Thank you.
We will definitely miss you. We opened this house with a poem from Zoe Duhame, and we have the absolute privilege of closing this house with Mr. Jabari Lynch.
Thank you. Please forgive the reutterance of this poem once again. We are doing this for the sake of posterity, in terms of the legacy that you have all laid here over the past couple of days. My soup is oily. Globs of oil float and tote no weights on their backs. Streams of heat rise from the soup simmering through cracks of being. As the components correlate and coagulate, my father made the soup. My father made the bowl. Soup swimming in it. Boy, my soup is oily. I gaze at its rhythmic formation, my spoon moving like the hand of God. This soup bubbling. My spoon moving like Moses' rod through those deep, oily seas. Soup bubbles, lava love, dumplings bump on lentil peas, pieces of garlic slip on pumpkin pit. My spoon is moving. They dance so cohesively. Spaghetti stir on celery stalk, carrot drop on spot of black pepper. All these different ingredients cascade and parade so happily. The scent soft, sweet to the nose is greeted. All these different parts together, all these different parts make a whole, all these different parts, yet wholly, all together, all blend to make unique flavor, because carrot can't be carrot without dumpling. And pumpkin without lentil loses its something, you know, the different. Together but different. Yet no revolution, no black pepper coups, no black pepper revolution, sorry, over garlic coups, no dashing dictatorships, no potato bourgeoisie, no 400 years of carrot chatter, they marinate together. Bound by the boundaries of the bowl, made by my father and your father. My spoon moves and takes and grabs, all bits fall into my throat, into my stomach, into the place of being and not being, the divine hope that we may one day hope to grasp. So, if it wasn't for being eaten, I wouldn't mind swimming in that soupy utopia, made by my father and ours. Thank you.
Government House Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, in dark and unknown times, we should light a candle rather than start a fire, because sometimes, Madam Speaker, it is better to accept finite disappointment, yet never lose infinite hope. Madam Speaker, with these closing remarks, I move that the 8th Commonwealth Youth Parliament be dissolved, thus ushering the way for a new cohort of young people from across the Commonwealth to embark on this journey, in preparation for the sitting of the 9th Commonwealth Youth Parliament in the British Virgin Islands in 2017.
Honourable members, for the question, all those in favour? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. The 8th Commonwealth Youth Parliament is now adjourned. If you would all be so kind as to remain in your seats for the clerk to return.
And good morning again, everyone. Thank you for an incredible opportunity to be part of your closing ceremony this morning. That was very moving for us all, and thank you again for your dedication and participation throughout the week. Just had a couple of final announcements for everyone, just in terms of next steps. I understand that you would have all have received your travel information for departures in the next day or so. If you need any assistance, either with transportation to the airport or other logistical arrangements, I know Artur has been an incredible resource for us this week, and I'm sure he'd be happy to help answer any questions that you may have. I still have some extra evaluation forms as well up here if you haven't yet had a chance to tell us your thoughts and impressions and feedback about the course of the CYP8. Please don't hesitate to pick up an extra copy of these. As I mentioned earlier in the week as well, I also have, on behalf of the Canadian Parliamentary Review, opportunities to receive input from any of you, impressions that you'd like to have shared with the readers of that journal, so we can connect perhaps some point today if you'd like to find out more about those opportunities. In a few minutes, just before 11 o'clock, in the second floor Memorial Rotunda, which is a large rotunda out at the front of the buildings, will be a Remembrance Day ceremony, which you're all welcome to attend. That ceremony will be followed by a light lunch and refreshments on the first floor of the Parliament building, so directly underneath that area, in the area known as the Hall of Honor. Please check back on the Legislative Assembly's conference website, the CYP8 website, where you will see some incredible photos from our evening last night, as well as a collection throughout the week. And I don't know if Stephanie Hansen is in the room at the moment, but I'd like to invite you to give her a round of applause for her photography this week. It's an incredible visual collection of each moment, I think, of the conference, and one I hope that you will visit and share with others at your home jurisdictions. Other than that, we just wanted to thank you again for your wonderful, rich addition participation this week. If there are any questions, never hesitate to keep in touch with us as you go forward. All the best in your future endeavors, and keep us connected on your progress and your other parliamentary endeavors. All the best to all of you. Thank you.